Now that we've finished these wonderful tarts, I guess it's time to move on to our next dessert for this segment.
What are you making, Gabriel?
Decided to make some gingerbread loaf. One of my personal holiday favorites, and I'm really hoping that you guys like it just as much. So I guess I'll start by showing you some of the ingredients we're going to be putting together. First of all, we've got 1.5 cup of whole wheat flour. And I'm going to pass that to you, Harj. Maybe you can mix that together.
Sure.
Over here, we've got 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And the cinnamon is going to go in there as well. It's going to add some of the wonderful flavors that we add in the gingerbread. Another spice we're going to be adding in there is ginger. We've got 2 1/4 teaspoons of ginger. So we're going to throw that in there a little bit.
A little bit of healthy stuff. Ginger, I understand, is very good for you.
Definitely, definitely. Obviously, raw ginger is a lot better, but ginger is still ginger. Right over here, we've got 1 teaspoon of cloves. And cloves are very, very, very strong spice. So we'll throw that in there, and it'll just add a nice touch to the dish.
You can smell those across the room. Yeah, it smells like Indian tea.
And the last thing we're going to add is in the dry ingredients is 1 teaspoon of salt. So if we throw that in there, then we've got pretty much all our ingredients. So that looks delicious right now.
Smells wonderful. Look at the blend of spices in here. It smells really good.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
So I guess what we need to do now is move on to the wet ingredients. So what I'm going to do is grab this bowl and give this to you. And we're just going to put in a 1/2 cup of butter. I'm going to throw that in with about 1 cup of brown sugar.
Can you substitute margarine or?
No margarine substitutions. Okay. You need to have the butter.
Great. The real McCay.
So let's add that.
Butter makes everything better, doesn't it?
Depends on if you're watching your waistline.
Nobody watches their waistline at Christmas time, just so you know that. No.
Now, if you can pass me that other bowl, I'll get started at mixing the applesauce as well as the other last dry ingredients.
So you make this nice and creamy, so mix it all together, just make it a...
You want to get it nice and fluffy, and once it's all done, then we'll add these two together. So what I'm adding in now is 1 cup of applesauce. So we'll add in this applesauce into this dry ingredient here.
That's an odd ingredient for gingerbread?
Yeah, I was looking on a couple recipes online, and it seems one of the best things to get a good gingerbread is the taste of apple. And this apple's already pureed, has no skin, so might as well use it.
I guess you can buy, you don't have to make the applesauce from scratch, do you?
No, not at all.
You can buy it from the local grocery store?
Yeah, well, we just bought some organic applesauce that we threw in here. And the last thing is 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Once we add that in there, then that's pretty much everything we're going to add into this dish. I've still got quite a bit of mixing to do with mine, but once we're done, then I think that's it.
It's quite thick, isn't it? Yeah, it makes the batter. This is quite thick as well, too.
You know, you could use the same mixture and cut it out with cookie cutters to make, gingerbread man, make it a little bit more fun for the kids. But I prefer the loaf. Just it's how I've been raised, the loaf style, and it's a lot easier, You don't want to spend all that time cutting out tiny little things if you're just going to eat it in a couple seconds.
It is a lot of work. Then you have to decorate them, you have to make the icing, and, it is a lot of work. You're right.
So, Harj, have you ever cooked gingerbread for your kids?
Yes, we sure have. It's a very messy business. My daughter's been bugging me the last 3 days. Mom, let's make gingerbread. I said, I keep pretending something else keeps coming up. Gingerbread to me is a big job. Making it like this is great. This is easy. Well, it's difficult when you have to roll it out, cut it out, decorate it. Your kitchen is turned upside down, and then after the fun part's done, the kids take off. And you're stuck with the cleanup. Well,
you realize you just admitted on live TV to your kids that you may have been distracting them from the gingerbread greatness.
Whoops.
What are you gonna do?
Oh well, sugar cookies it is.
So that's pretty much everything.
I'm
gonna grab this cake pan if you don't mind.
Okay.
And once we're all mixed up with that, we'll throw that in there. And
that's a very thick batter.
That's it.
Wow.
So this is a gingerbread loaf, and as you can see, it took about 5 minutes to prepare and about 10 minutes to throw it all together. And it's going to take about 40 to 50 minutes cooking in the oven, 350 degrees. But yeah, 350 degrees.
I think it was, yes.
And if you want to check out the recipe, we're going to have the recipe featured online. All the recipes that we've done in the past are going to be featured online. You can download that and make it yourself at home.
What was the website?
www.closelook.ca.
Wonderful.
Make sure to check that out. There we are.
That looks delicious. It really does. Well, this concludes our Christmas edition of Close Look, and we look forward to seeing you again in the new year.
Thanks a lot for watching.